quick short little video. I just got a box actually from Mink and Moyle, and it's got a bunch of fur in it that I had tanned, and I wanted to kind of open up the box. I've actually cheated. I've opened it up and I've peeked already, but I wanted to kind of share kind of how it turned out. I have typically not got a lot of furs tanned in the past. This particular year, because of COVID and you couldn't hardly get rid of stuff at the end and things of that nature, I went ahead and had some tan. Plus I had several people that were actually asking for some tan fur, and normally I would have just not even messed with that. I would have just sold it and moved on and said, hey, I'm sorry, I don't really do that. But this year you couldn't even get rid of some of the stuff, so if people were willing to buy it, I was willing to ship it off, get it tanned, and deal with it. So let's see what we have in the box. It's kind of like a Christmas present underneath the tree. So got a few coyotes done. This is one of them. It's actually a pretty nice one. It's got a nice white belly on it. You can see how well it turned out. I mean, they did a great job. How soft this is. Very soft. Looks great. I mean, came out really nicely. Let's see, we've got a couple of other coyotes in here. These are more of the typical Ozark coyotes. This one was actually quite black, but I thought it would look cool, kind of be a good difference between that lighter one. And this one is kind of in between the black one, kind of in between the lighter one. You can see it's got a much lighter belly on it as well, so it's a good one. And let's see what else we got in here. Oh, yep. Here's a couple of bobcats that we had done. The bobcats were, a couple people wanted a couple of bobcats, and they really weren't worth that much money this last year, so had them tanned and get rid of some of these bobcats. This is an otter from last year. It came out really nice. Boy, that fur is really, really, really nice. Really soft, really subtle. Came out super nice. Let's see, then we had a red fox. I do not harvest red foxes here in the Ozarks. This one, literally, a farmer had called me and said, hey, there's a red fox out here. I don't know if it got hit by a car or what happened to it, but I found it. And it's actually in pretty good shape. Doesn't have a bunch of holes or anything in it. So he said, if you want it, but you haven't. So I went and picked him up, and what, came out nice, super soft, came out really nice, tanned. And then I had a couple gray foxes, and I'm at a point where I don't even harvest the gray foxes anymore. These were from 2 years ago, I think. I still had a couple of them in the freezer, and but I don't even harvest the grays anymore. The coyotes are so hard on them. I'm just trying to let the grays survive on their own. Plus, you know, in a wildlife management situation, it's not like the grays are eating fawns and lots of turkeys and things of that nature. They're basically eating mice and stuff. So I just let them be. And this was my one skunk from last year. Went ahead and had it tanned. And then there's actually a couple of possums in here. Here's another possum. One of these possums, Steve and I were doing some trapping with a guy that was allowing us to trap, and his kids wanted to come out and do some trapping and learn a little bit, so we're always totally keen with helping that. And his daughter, I don't remember how old she is, maybe 10-ish, 11, something like that. And she ended up kind of helping us, and so one of the possums was hers, and then her brother, who's a little bit older, he had a coon, and it's in here. So we had those tanned for them, so I'll be giving them to them pretty soon. So they'll be, I'm sure, super happy that they get to hang a possum and a coon up in their room. I think that's what they were kind of thinking they were going to do. And here's some coons that we had done. There's 3 coons that we had done. And then Oh, here's the last possum. There was 3 possums. So that's what we had done. They all came out really super great. And like I said, some of this stuff is already spoken for. I'm gonna get rid of. Some of it I may keep and just hang here in the shop. Maybe put some in the house. I don't know if I can get any more kind of critters in the house. Daniela kind of is, she's really cool and she's really good about all this, but I've already got quite a few critters in there. I'm not really sure she'll let me have any more without putting up a little bit of a discomfort to that. So more than likely I'll probably keep up some of them in the shop, and then I'm sure other people will reach out to me over time. Every now and then somebody does. They're looking for some tan fur, and I'll have some for them to share. So just kind of what I did this last year, because the market was such, and with COVID, and then I had a bunch of other coons that were left over, and I actually had a bunch of them made into a vest for Daniela, with a hooded vest. I don't have that back. That went to USA Fox and Fur. They're telling me maybe December, so hopefully that'll come in next month. And if it does, I'll do a little video about how that turned out. But I wanted to share at least how this tan fur came out. I've never used Mink and Moyle before. Their prices were good, their service was good. It was fairly quick, so I'm pretty happy with it. If you have not used them, I'll use them again. So, all right. Have a great day. Have a good night. Trapping season is just around the corner. I'm super psyched. I think it's a week from Sunday, believe it or not. So, see you guys soon. Talk to you later. Be careful out there.